Penny Dreadful. I did promise that I was going to try and finish season 2 of this show when I had the chance. I'm getting the chance now. Sadly, this episode I'm about to do aired almost 2 years ago, so I made a promise. I'm going to finish this season. I did say it might take a while. So there's only 2 episodes left in season 2 of Penny Dreadful, and this is episode 9 of season 2. Its title is And Hell Itself My Only Foe. Let's do it. It startled me.
You are a repellent creature.
Don't call attention to it. That's just rude. He knows what he looks like. Oh, are you going to show your face? Ew. Ew. Put it back on, dude. Put it back on. How did he slash your face so much that your tooth is like here now? Oh, cut you in the face. Oh, shoot. Clawed his gross eye. I mean, there ain't even an eye there, but clawed it. He's bit you again and in human form. Oh, no! Stabbed the pretty shoulder. Ah. Whoa. Okay, you're just gonna trade off the old stab and kick? You know, I think she does it on her own. You don't need a kick. She was having a good night, too. Getting some rest. Lord.
It was him or us.
And that excuses everything.
I don't know.
You just killed someone with dog magic. Had him ripped apart by his dogs, and you're worried about stabbing a dude now? Y'all buried him in a really obvious place. Like, right out in the open, too. In your front yard. You couldn't have gotten here, like, yesterday, Frankenstein, before we killed a dude?
Our father left you to die from neglect and his lust for glory. But with me, he actually looked into my eyes and pulled the trigger.
Like a gentleman.
Kiss me, darling.
No, you're dead. That's gross. Ew, you're seeping, hon. You're seeping. Ew, there's a bug in your mouth. Jump out the window, dude. Oh, you're gonna get slapped.
You know I obey you in all things, Mother.
Except when to shut up.
But I'm about it, you can be sure.
I'm about it. Be about it.
We need every ally for the night ahead.
What do you mean?
So Malcolm needs our help. We will go to him.
No.
No, brain check. Give me a day. Ethan, just come out as a werewolf.
We go tomorrow. In the day, all of us.
When we're all humans. I mean, nothing.
You save your soul. Or you give it to her.
Her? What? What are we talking about now?
Then, photography sessions.
Oh, shoot. Photography sessions. We remember that.
I don't know what you mean.
Don't you, Brona?
Oh, shoot. He knows, girl. He knows.
This room is made for secrets.
And tell me yours.
They're gonna bone. Oh, shoot. She's getting pushy.
Neil. Boy.
He's gonna go with it. He's gonna think it's a dirty game.
You don't approve?
Well, you got a needle in your arm, so no.
And there are those who could love you.
I mean, not me or not her, but there's some people probably.
I've not had many friends in my time. But I'm proud to count you among them.
I don't count you as my friend, so this is awkward. Oh, someone's in your room.
You're in no danger from me.
Shoot her anyway.
What do you want, Mr. Chandler?
You out of my room.
Doesn't take a silver bullet to kill us.
Just shoot her. Just shoot her. Why hasn't he shot her yet? Ethan, come on, dude. Switching sides? Just shoot her in the gut. Whoa, okay. Put your clothes back on. Put your hair back on. Put everything back on. Oh, crap. Can she crawl through the mirrors? Oh, no, that's disturbing. That's more disturbing than everything that's happened. And there was a naked chick with no hair in your room. She just closed you in, dude.
I'll tell you. It's a book of poetry.
Whoa, I thought you could trust her. She's evil. Monster. Oh. Doran and Lily are doing stuff.
This sad little world is ours.
Hey, you made that promise to other, John Clare. Why are you making it with him now? Rude. Are you killing him? Oh, shoot. Bit his ear off? That's awesome.
Then you can't go tonight. Get the others.
Well, Frankenstein's all, coked out in there, so good luck. Heroin? What is he taking? Heroin?
You know what is going to happen. Let it.
But you better hope you don't kill your friends.
But I told my parents you're a man of honor.
So it should be easy to catch you. Hey, he's got his ear back. Good for you. She's like, now that you have an ear, I'll sleep with you. So you're gonna bite it off again just to see how many times you can do it.
I kissed his lips.
Are you gonna kiss hers? You're too close. Like that, what? Sexual assault. She did not consent. Seriously, the decoration with all the skulls, I'm digging it. I mean, if I ever went full evil, I would contact their interior designer, for sure.
My God.
Yeah, atheists always invoke God's name when they're scared. Just saying. Oh, they're in the walls. They're in the walls again. I don't like that. Why do they have big scratch marks across their boobies? That's weird. Okay, it's building up. What's gonna happen? The music's been going for too long. They've been walking for too long. Someone do something. Oh my gosh. Y'all are trapped. It's kind of cool, actually. Oh no, you're gonna kill him! If you're stuck in there, you're gonna kill him! Wonderful. Y'all just need to remember that there are invisible chicks around. Don't hurt him, I like him.
Father.
Oh, what? This room is creepy and weird, man. You're both just losing it. Oh, Proteus.
Children have returned.
I liked him. And the moon's coming out. You're gonna kill your buddy.
I can't stop it. I know.
Just focus that rage towards the door and break it.
I beg you. I will not.
No, I don't like this.
I am just a man. You have been chosen, my God.
Shh, don't text me, I'm busy. Oh, Vanessa wandered into the creepy doll room. Fun fact, I just sold a bunch of creepy dolls today to a stranger on the corner. It's how I do.
They facilitate my singular occupation.
That you have a weird hobby.
Handsome bits of the craft, aren't they?
You have an Etsy shop, don't you?
Murderer.
Whoa, that doll talks and I don't like what it says. Oh, your hand's getting all weird. You're changing. You know, he suggests shoot himself in the head so Ethan doesn't have to, kill him and live with that fact. That's kind of mean. You have 2 guns there. You could have just killed yourself. Ethan's gonna have to remember that he did that to you now. Busy! Make me miss the final shot. Really, Mom? Was it that important? Okay, alright. It was a funny video. My mom sent me, so I'll allow it. Dude, I love this show, but honestly, the stuff I love the most is Lily and Dorian. They're hardly in it, but they're my favorite parts. Episode starts, we're with Vanessa and Ethan, and that one dude who's been chasing Ethan with his face all cut up, he finds him. He tries to take Ethan, and he threatens Vanessa, and they both end up killing him, hard. And then, despite the fact that Vanessa has read the Book of the Devil, and has got, the devil inside her, sold her soul, caused some dogs to eat a dude, this is the straw where she's like, I might be a murderer, this is bad. She's also like, he said you did that to his face. What are you, Ethan? Then a carriage rolls up. It's Frankenstein. He's like, Malcolm's in trouble. You gotta come with me. Meanwhile, Malcolm is in the Witchy Chick castle, and he's still freaking out seeing all of his dead family, and they're torturing him. That young Witchy Chick is still, threatening to overthrow Madame Collie, and she's like, hey, you're old. I could totally do this. And Madame's like, no. Stop it, kid. Ethan, Vanessa, and Frankenstein pull up outside the house, and that one inspector dude is there, and he's like, Ethan, we gotta talk. He tells Ethan that he's, pretty sure some supernatural crap's going around and something's happening, something's up with him. He tells Ethan that if he leaves that house, he's gonna be followed, so, they got his number either way. Then he also tells Ethan that he knows who he really is outside of his stage persona, and that they're getting copies of his, war records and information and stuff to try and, pin some more stuff on him and kind of actually use him to help them in a weird way. Sabine, I'm never gonna remember this dude's name. He's like, hey, Ethan, it's a full moon tonight, so you gotta, I'll lock you up again if you need me to. Then they go into the other room. Mr. Lyle has told Frankenstein and Vanessa that he was playing both sides, but he feels really bad now, and he wants to help them and F the Witchy Chicks. Vanessa's like, if they got Malcolm, we need to go, right now. We need to get there by tonight. Ethan is like, no, not tonight. I got plans. It's dangerous. So let's go in the morning. Then we cut to John Clare. He's at work at the Wax Museum, and his boss dude is like, hey, John, what do you think of all these scary things? John's like, yeah, they're ugly, but, like, real evil is seductive and pretty. And then he starts philosophizing and talking poetry talk about, real evil and stuff. Then we cut to Lily and Dorian, and they're over at Dorian's place, and she's talking about the room and all the pictures, and then he totally calls her out because he knows she's Brona. They both understand that there's some weirdness going on between the other one, and then she's like, hey, kneel for me, boy. Kneel for me. Tell me all your secrets and I'll tell you mine. Then we see Frankenstein shooting up, and Vanessa's there like, hey, I'm sorry the girl doesn't like you and that's why you're doing drugs. Maybe someone will like you someday, but it's not her. It's not me. I'm gonna kiss you on the forehead and I'm gonna leave. Then we cut back to Sabine, dude, whatever his name is, talking to Ethan, and he's like, you should tell Vanessa that, you're all wolfy. Ethan's like, that's too much for her right now. We don't need to deal with it. Just lock me in a cellar. You're a really good friend. Then Ethan goes up to his room, and that young witchy chick is in there, and she tries to seduce him to the dark side and tempt him and stuff. And he kind of, doesn't shoot her and is like, yeah, being totally evil does sound a little nice. She kisses him on the mouth and then just slinks backwards through a mirror. It was creepy. Vanessa's up in her room. She gets undressed and looks at that scar of a cross on her back, then gets redressed and walks out of the house. Then we go back to John Clare. He's at work with that blind chick, and she's like, hey, my dad's been working on this, extension to this exhibit thing for a long time. I want to know what it is. I'm super blind, though, so will you come with me? You could sneak around and tell me what's in there. John doesn't want to do it at first, but she's like, hey, you're my friend. And he's like, oh, God, I want a friend. Let's go. He takes her down there and sees it's a bunch of cells, and she's like, hey, is there anything in the cells? And he's like, yeah, that one has a book in it. And she's like, what book? He walks in to see what the book is. She locks him in and is like, that was easy. I gotcha. Then we cut back to Lily and Dorian. They're on the ground, rolling around, making out. She starts spouting off stuff that sounds very I'm gonna rule the world-y, and then tries to kill Dorian by choking him out. And then she's like, can you die? And he's like, try it. She chokes him out a lot, and then she bites his ear off and is like, now go heal yourself, immortal man. Back at the house, they realize Vanessa has left, and so Ethan's like, crap, we gotta go, despite the fact that I'm a wolfie and things might go sideways, but we gotta go save her. Then we go back to John Clare, and he's locked in the cage, and then his boss and his boss's wife show up, and they're like, yeah, you're ugly. Your soup's ugly. They basically just say what we know. It's a freak show. He's gonna capture more people, lock them in there. No one's gonna care. People are gonna pay money. They're gonna check him out. Then we go back to Dorian. He's walking through that hallway of mirrors. He comes out to see that Lily's laying on the floor. He's like, look at my ear. I totally healed it. An intact ear makes her hot because she just lifts up her skirt, and he just goes and lays on top of her. Then we cut back to Vanessa. She's walking into the witchy castle. Madame Colley is there, and she's like, yeah, Malcolm's, he's going crazy. I'm torturing the crap out of him. Madame Colley's like, hey, remember my sister and how much she sucked and how I set her on fire? Although, to be fair, I enjoyed watching you get branded a little bit more. Then the young witchy chick is there and is like, well, we're getting all our plans ready because we're ready for the people to arrive. And Vanessa's like, who's gonna arrive? And they're like, your friends. You idiot, your friends. They're gonna come to rescue you, is our plan. Stupid. And then the young witchy chick is like, oh yeah, and I totally kissed Ethan earlier today, like this. And then she leans in and kisses her, and then walks away, because that's not creepy. If you don't get a yes, it's a no. We all know that. Vanessa wants to see Malcolm, but Madame Colley's like, wait, I gotta show you something first. She opens this door, and it's a cool shot because it's kind of like a spiral staircase, and so they go walking down it. The group of guys shows up at the witchy castle. Ethan says, Frankenstein and Lyle, you go up the front. Me and Sabine, whatever, dude, are gonna go around the back. And then he's like, hey, by the way, don't let me eat our friends, okay? They're all walking through the castle. They hear Malcolm, yelling out from somewhere. Witchy chicks are just hiding in the walls. Ethan and Sebene, dude, are, going down that spiral staircase. But as soon as they get on the staircase, these two doors slam shut, trapping them in there together. Lyle and Frankenstein find the room where Malcolm is just screaming. Frankenstein opens the room to go in, and then the door slams and locks, and you see that there is a witchy chick who has been invisible and closed the door and locked it, and then sees Lyle and goes up and chokes the crap out of him. Frankenstein sees Malcolm is laying on the floor just sobbing. He goes over and touches him, but Malcolm doesn't see Frankenstein. He sees his dead son, and he's still being tormented, and he goes and hides in the corner and cowers. Then Frankenstein starts seeing visions of all of his children he's created, and he's getting tormented now. Ethan and Sebene are still in that spiral staircase. Ethan's like, don't let me kill you. If we're trapped in here, I'm going to kill you. So he tries to shoot himself in the head, but then Sebene knocks the gun out of his hand. He's like, look at me. I'm just a man. You've been chosen by God, so you're gonna have to eat me. Seriously, the dude took the guns away from Ethan and is just gonna sit there and let Ethan eat him. Just shoot yourself in the head. You're gonna die anyway, and it won't be on your buddy's conscience, you monster. Vanessa goes into that creepy room with all the dolls, sees her doll, and she's like, what is this? What are you doing? Madame Kali's like, it's one of my jobs, apparently. Satan wants me to make dolls. I knew dolls were evil, like, seriously. As she's looking at her, she looks back and sees that her creepy Vanessa doll has opened its eyes, which is unsettling. Then the doll calls her a murderer, which upsets her a little bit, probably because she is one. Back in the spiral staircase, 7A just lays down on the steps, watches Ethan transform, turn at him, eats him, credits. So cool show. A lot of things happened. There's only one episode left in season 2. It's going to be the last episode I do for this channel, and then I'm going to say goodbye to Penny Dreadful on here. Anyway, I hope you guys liked it. If I forgot anything, left anything out, drop a comment. Don't forget to do the things, rate, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Until next time.